Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sean here, aka Shura, here with another team battle video. Actually, it's my first one, so I don't know why I said it's another one. Anyways, so I just made it to Master Ball rank with this team. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Um, First of all, we've got the Ferrothorn with physically defensive Ferrothorn, max HP, max defense with the minus speed nature. Plus defense nature and 0 speed IVs for gyro ball, just to make yourself that much slower to do a little bit more damage. Protect, I feel like, is very valuable in this set because in tandem with Leech Seed, you can really stall out a lot of things before they can chip you down. You can just chip them down with a combination of Leech Seed, Protect, and then Power Whipping or Gyro Balling them. And Ferrothorn always goes in tandem with my Toxapex. I normally pick both of those on the same team. And they're really great together because everything that Ferrothorn is weak to, Toxapex resists, and then things that is super effective against Toxapex, Ferrothorn will resist, or at least be neutral to regarding ground. And so Ferrothorn can set up the Leech Seed, and then you can go into your Toxapex and just get the Toxic on them, and then a potential burn. Basically, I run Toxic over Toxic Spikes because Toxic Spikes takes a lot of time to set up. It takes 2 turns to set up, and things with Levitate, like Rotom, that I normally want to just get a Toxic on that are not going to be affected by it. So I just go for the regular Toxic. It normally hits, and you can normally use Recover then to stall them out, or just switch back to Ferrothorn. This team is not brain dead. You know, you can't just climb the ladder. I mean, well, you can sometimes. There has been times where I just sweep, but most of the time it's a very long stall war. This isn't the most exciting team to play with, but I feel like it does really, really good in this meta. There's times where my Ferrothorn has taken on a Toxapex and an Eviolite Corsola. I don't know how, but somehow I beat that team. I just scalded, or I had a burn, but on both of them, and just stalled them out with my Leech Seed and Protect. Anyways, moving on, we've got Carbonite with the Mirror Armor and Rocky Helmet. I run the Iron Defense instead of Bulk Up set because I like getting really high defense to get Body Press. We also have the Egg Move Roost, so I get that HP back. I did have Lumberry. I would suggest Lumberry also, just so you don't get screwed out of a Roost if you do need it. Yeah, Iron Defense works really good, really well in tandem with the Body Press, considering that your defense will be through the roof after just one Iron Defense, and then you can just Body Press to get the Max Knuckle, or just Body Press to KO. And it is surprisingly bulky and has taken out a lot of threats in the past. We also have the Iron Head just for the flinch shenanigans on there, and Mirror Armor is really great against any Intimidate users that just end up intimidating themselves. Moving on to Dragonpool, we got the Infiltrator, Choice Band, Dragonpool with U-Turn, Phantom Force, Dragon Darts, and Sucker Punch. U-Turn just so you can get out of there if you and get a little bit of chip if you don't want to be in on something, and it also hits Tyranitar super effectively, which I feel like is pretty nice. Most of the time I'm just, with this set, I'm just firing off Dragon Darts, and the Choice Banded Dragon Darts does a lot of damage. It is a Jolly nature, but I'm thinking of switching it to Adamant just because you know, with 146 base speed, you're already outspeeding most everything in the game. But Jelly, I just want to make sure I do outspeed other Dragonpools. We also have the Phantom Force on there, you know, just because it's a really strong ghost type move. Unfortunately, he doesn't get Shadow Claw or anything like that. But you know, you can just he's a really good Dynamax target, and you can just get the Ghost Dynamax move. I can't remember what it's called right now, but that thing can sweep really easily, and having the Bug type and the Dragon type Dynamax moves really helps you live longer, because you'll always go first because of the speed, and then you'll lower their attack or special attack. So, and after your Dynamax, they'll be doing even less damage to you. I used to run a Rotom Wash on this team, or I still think he fits on this team quite nicely. I did have a Rotom Wash set, a defensive Rotom Wash set that would just burn things, but as I climbed the ladder, I started running into Excadrill more and more, and it was a really big problem for my team. I didn't really have much to deal with it. Carbonite does well against it, but then I started running into Rotom Heat, which was a big problem. So we put Rhyperior on the team. And he's got Solid Rock, which will reduce any super effective damage done to him, and the weakness policy. So once you do take that reduced damage from a super effective hit, your attack will go through the roof. You already have 145 base attack, so with a bonus, you'll be able to one-shot most anything in the game. And so this set, the way it works is you just protect to scout for the super effective move, and if they use a super effective move, then you Dynamax and either get up your sand, or get I normally do all three of these moves. So the Max Knuckle to raise my attack a little bit more, the Max Quake to raise my special defense, and the Max Rockfall to get sand up and raise my special defense even higher. So then after I'm Dynamax, I have 444 HP, so I should be able to live. I have lived almost any super effective hit, barring a rain boosted Hydro Pump or you know, a Solar Beam from a special attacker. I don't really see any offensive graft types, so he's been a really great help to me. And then he also has the ground type immunity, which you know, if a Rotom is wanting to Volt Switch against your Toxapex, you can switch to Rhyperior and then trap them in. I do like to use a Protect just to see what kind of set the Rotom is after that, to see if they'll try to burn me or what. So yeah, he's a prime Dynamax target. Dragonpool and Rhyperior are the prime Dynamax targets on here. And then moving on to our last Pokemon, Cloyster. He's got the Shell Smash, Rock Blast, Icicle Spear, and Ice Shard with the Skill Link and Focus Sash. And so the way this set works is you just Shell Smash, and then you should be able to live any hit, and then with your Focus Sash, and then be able to outspeed and sweep with Rock Blast and Icicle Spear, which they always hit 5 times, and so that translates to having a base power of 125. I also run Ice Shard just because if there's something that is Dynamaxed and has a little bit of health left, I want to be able to outspeed and just get that priority Ice Shard and take them out. It has saved me in a lot of games, so I do like to run Ice Shard. I used to run Pin Missile, but I found that Ice Shard was more helpful. But anyways, guys, that's the team preview. I just want to say that I almost always use the Ferrothorn and Toxapex on the same team. They're pretty much the MVPs of the team. Most things can't get past this defensive core. You just basically have to check their team out. Only things I've had a problem with really are Excadrill, Hydreigon, Rotom Heat, which I feel like the Rhyperior takes care of the Rotom Heat and the Excadrill. Still need an answer for Hydreigon, but I didn't have Cloyster on the team at that time. So now I guess I do have the Cloyster on there to break through any substitute users. It also is a very great counter to Mimikyu, considering that you can get the first hit, break the disguise, and then just chip them down the rest of the way. So yeah, guys, anyways, there's the rental team down at the bottom. You can try it out and tell me what you think. If you have questions about the usage or anything, let me know. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome team. I'll show you the my ranking here. So as you can see, I did make it to the masterball tier, and it's a pretty good team. Let me just show off the actual team itself, because some of those Pokemon are shiny. So yeah, here's my old Rotom that I did have on here. He deserves a mention because I did use him to climb the ladder quite a bit. Instead of Red Card, I had leftovers on him, and then I had Rocky Helmet on Ferrothorn, but I ended up switching that up. He's got Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Substitute, and Will-O-Wisp. Pretty much you can Will-O-Wisp something. Nothing appreciates a burn in this game, so you can Will-O-Wisp and then sub up to stall out any Dynamax and to start getting that good chip with the Thunderbolts and Hydro Pumps. So, anyways, back to this team. We got the Ferrothorn, Toxapex, Carbonite, the shiny Dragonpool, Rhyperior, and shiny Cloyster. I just kind of wanted to show off my shinies and then talk about the Rotom. I was using this Ice Cube. I don't know. I wanted to use it, but I felt like Mold Breaker Excadrill just kind of runs through it. So, anyways, that's how I got to this finalized team. All these other Pokemon I did use on my team at one point, barring the Dreepy and these other low-level ones. But also another Pokemon I want to give a shout out to is the Imposter Ditto. He's really good in this meta. If your opponent is Dynamax and they have those stats, you can just Dynamax yourself and then reverse sweep them. So anyways, that's the video. I hope you guys like the rental team, and hope you all have a great night. Peace out.